Is lesson 9 on marketing, the marketing mix. There are now some parts of the marketing mix. It is price, product, promotion, place, people, process, and also the physical environment on here. But we're going to start off with just by looking at the product and introduce to you the product life cycle. Now, in a way, the most important element of the marketing mix is obviously the product. If you've got a great product, then you probably have a good chance of succeeding. Now, most products here will go through the product life cycle. Not all of them, like Coca-Cola hasn't done this, but you get the intro, growth, maturity, and then you will eventually get the decline of the product. So this is development on here. Development is this stage. Sales and profits going up here, and time along here. Right. So that's what we expect to happen to most products. Certainly happens in the car industry. That that you bring out a car, eventually grows, maturity, etc. Now here we have a thing called portfolio analysis, or the Boston matrix. Now you would have seen this in your textbooks. So it's saying a firm will have a range of products, and what you want to be in is you want to be in a segment with high market growth, and you also want a high market share. So there are two key concepts here: market growth and market share. So if you're in those sectors, you have a star product and it's going to make you loads of money. So you're going to be in this section here where you're making lots of money out of it, lots of profit. You also have a cow, which is called a cash cow, where you've got a high market share, but there's low market growth in that product. So that means that at this moment in time, you're using that money from that cash cow to either invest in the star or to turn your problem child into a star. Down here, this is where you have a dog. This is where there's low market growth in the market, and you also have a low market share. Kill it, get rid of it, finish. And here you've got a problem child, and this is where you want to prioritize that. You either want to invest in it to create a star, or you want to get rid of it and sell it off to someone else. So this is just a way of seeing the different products that firms will have. Obviously you want to get your firms into star status. Now, when a firm first takes off, you could argue that initially it is a question mark, and then it becomes a bit of a star as it grows in the market, as it makes more money. Then it becomes a cash cow, and eventually you want to kill it, get rid of it when it becomes a dog. Okay, so you need to see a link between the Boston matrix and also the product life cycle. So all this is about portfolio analysis and where you have your products. Now also, of course, you can have an extension strategy on here. So before you get to the decline stage, and you add an extension strategy on to keep sales going. iPhone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so presumably is one of those. And hopefully you have sales here and time along here, and you introduce new products all the time, so therefore your firm becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you get growth all of the time. The various extension strategies you can have for a product: you can modify the product, you can target new market, you can introduce new promotions, change the image of the product, increase usage amongst existing customers. So those are all the different things you can do to keep your product going. The analysis here: every firm should have a wide range of products. You want to get your cash cows and invest in rising stars from there. So this section is all about looking at the product, and the next section I'm going to have a look at the distribution. Thank you. This is still lesson 9, and we're still looking at the marketing mix, and obviously we looked at the product, which is what the product life cycle, extension strategies, and also the Boston matrix. Now looking at price. Now fundamentally you can have 5 different prices, and you just need to learn what they are, and you need to decide in the context of the case study about which pricing strategy that you're going to have. Penetration prices is where you have a low price and then you may raise it in the future to get into the market. Price skimming is when you start with a high price, create a good brand image for the product, and then in the long run you may lower it. Price leader is when you go into a shop and you are attracted to the shop because one of the goods is on a lowish price. Cost plus pricing is you calculate the unit cost and then you add a markup to that good. And finally, psychological pricing from there is where you have a price which is below a whole number, like £10.99. Now also in terms of distribution, which is the place and how you distribute your product, sometimes it's from manufacturer straight to the consumer, sometimes it goes manufacturer, retailer, consumer, and sometimes you go manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer, and finally the consumer. Now I'm quite interested in this sort of company here like Riverford in terms of the farming community. They've got a £56 million turnover now, very ethical, but they go straight from the farm to the consumer. That's not strictly true because they run their own distribution network. But fundamentally what they're doing is they're cutting out all of the middle people and they're delivering organic vegetables to your front door. Okay, it's quite an interesting company actually that I will talk about at some stage. Then you've got other organisations on there. You've got Zara, Primark, Topshop on there. Now those are obviously in the clothes industries. Zara's made its name on fast fashion, good fashion, getting your products out very, very quickly to the consumer, having a very good on the operational side. Primark is basically just on price, and Topshop, obviously a more stylish brand using the Kate Moss range, has proven to be popular. Now the current winner happens to be Zara, and it's because it gets that product out very, very quickly. And if you go into a shop, you know that they will have that product in stock. So it's a very efficient, very, very good system that they have. Okay, thank you.